Actually, complementary feeding have to be introduced on your young babies over 6 months after getting born. At that time, almost of babies became high sensitive to food, and their mothers, they are curious and wondering what might be the first kind of foods to be introduced for their young babies. Is it fatty food, high energy food, proteinic food, or fruits, or vegetables? In this video, we are going to take a look at the different top 8 unsafe foods you have not to introduce on your young babies under 1 year old. My name is Mugabe Emabre, student in human nutrition and dietetics. Without further ado, let's get started. First food you have not to introduce for young babies is called honey. Actually, honey is the good sources of some different kind of nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, and sugar. But it contains Clostridium botulinum bacteria which produces botulinum toxins. This toxin it may cause infant botulism for your young babies. Symptoms and signs of this condition include constipation, poor appetite, weakness sucking, lethargy, and dehydration. But it does no bad for adults as it is harmless. Second food is called cow's milk. It is the super sources of the proteins, but your introduction of it for young babies, it can bring the negative impact for your young babies' body. In fact, it contains big proteins for infants, difficult to digest, and also it is concentrated on the mineral salts that can harm baby's kidney. The good idea, you have to choose special formula or modified formula. It's good to quit it for your young babies under 1 year. Third one is called unpasteurized food. You should never feed your babies unpasteurized low dairy products, as they may contain life-threatening infections that your young babies can't tolerate. Fourth one is called processed juices, or I can say processed fruit juices. Normally they contain added flavors to make it delicious, and it contains what can I call preservatives to make it live longer, which is not good for infant life. Apart from added preservatives and flavors, it is poor in many nutrients your infant needs for growth and development. It is highly rich in the sugar, which is not good to be introduced for the infant. This high content of energy or sugar into fruit juice or processed juice can pose to your infant for tooth decay and increasing the risks of getting obesity. Fifth is called smoked and salted meat. It contains much nitrate, fat, and salt, which is harmful for your infant. Good answer is to quit it until your infant turns over 1 year old. The sixth, high mercury fish. Normally, introduction of fish for your infant, many researchers stipulated that it can improve his or her intelligence quotient. But introduction of high mercury fish for your infant, it can pose him or her to some negative health risks. Shark tail fish, and fresh tuna are some of fish you have to be careful. 7th is sugar treats. Normally, the baby's taste buds have no natural affinity for sweet. It is created or it is started to be stimulated at this age. It is not good to introduce sugary food for your infant because this can disrupt his appetite in the future time. 8th as the last, chocolate. It is one of the most unsafe food for young baby as it contains caffeine and a lot of sugar content which is not suitable for infant under 1 year old. Keep it away for your baby until it turns over 1 year old. To sum up, we have been talking about the top 8 unsafe foods you have not to introduce for your infant less than 1 year old. As usual, it is recommended over 6 months old to start complementary feeding for your baby. At that time, many mothers they are curious what is the first food is going to be introduced for their young babies. Is it fatty food? Is it sugary food? Is it what and what? In this video, talked about the top 8 food you have not to introduce for your infant. Top 8 food you have to quit it until your baby turns 1 year over 1 year old. Those foods, the first one was honey, the second one cow's milk, the third one unpasteurized foods, 4th one processed fruit juice or processed juice, the 5th one was smoked and salted meat, the 6th one was high milk fish, the 7th one was sugary treats, the 8th one as the last was chocolate. Thank you for joining our channel. If it is first for you on this channel, my name is Mugabe Emma, student in human nutrition and dietetics. We provide nutrition education on this channel. If you appreciate the message we deliver here, keep subscribed and turn bell icon to be notified when the new video is uploaded. Catch you very soon in the next video.